We poked a tube through the house roof. Eventually it will be to attach an extractor for the planned ensuite upstairs. It's a mess inside as we were unable to remove the flat bricks as they are supporting the roof tiles. Ultimately it will be hidden by a false ceiling. We were able to do the work inside, but needed somebody less challenged by gravity than us to do the top of the roof. So, once again, thanks to Glenn, I'll link his details below. He lent us Dennis, who will forever be known as Spider Den here. He fitted the top hat on the tube and cemented around it. He noticed some broken tiles that he replaced whilst he was up there. Thankfully, we had some that matched perfectly. That's our gate. The water collects inside and there's this little drainage channel. But supposedly the water will then go down the hill. But it backs up because it's not wide enough. So we're going to widen it. That's the royal we yet again. It's Chris who's going to widen it. And then we'll cement it up at some point but make it nice and neat. But for now we just want it wider so the water drains away from the driveway. You can see the leaves and dog hair and what have you. It just hasn't got enough space to go anywhere.
It's had to be so thin.
Yeah, you see the tarmac lifting.
Yeah, but it's also the stone where they've just shaved it off. Got the big guns out. So we've made a mixture of construction cal, which is NHL5. We're using it as 1 part cal to 3 parts sand. We're going to coat this wall and give it a base before we attempt to put the rocks on top. Now we're going to give it a quick go with the rocks on top later or tomorrow once it's dried off enough and see how it goes. We're only going to use cal, so if the rocks don't stay firm enough, then change of plan, fluidity in action, and we'll just cover it in white cal instead. But it must be able, this section of the wall must be able to breathe. And after an hour's worth of work, the construction cal lime is now on the wall, and it's okay. It's not a good finish because it's just the first coat. Okay, so day 2. We had to go at fixing the rocks, and unfortunately the cal that we used was just not strong enough to create a good bond, and we've decided against it and we're just going for white cal again like we did on some other walls, and that's going on nice and smooth now. Again, it's going to be not a smooth finish because that's not what we want on these certain particular bits of wall. And here's the wall from at the bottom of the stairs. It's now been sponged down and it looks exactly how we imagined it would look. So we're happy with that, and it just needs this lot of mess clearing up which will be when it's dried out from the sponge and we don't want to cause any damage. So here we are again, back in the caves. The house is done for as far as we can go. We need to have a new floor put in upstairs, and that is going to be a little while. So the cave ceiling is being done with Carl again, and this time we've added some fibres for strength. So we'll have to see how this one goes. And here we are again. This is the ceiling being sponged down. I did actually put some music on. There's a certain Canadian band and said I'm not turning it off until you're finished, to try and get a job done a little bit quicker. But I just got told nasty words, so I'll remove that threat. Yeah, this has got the fibres in, and in small places that you won't be able to really tell from this video, but there's some and there's some. If you don't mix them really, really well, they tend to hang down a little bit, but it is very, very, yeah. Well, I actually didn't mix that particular piece there. I think Loki did, because he's sort of like quality control. So this is what's actually been covered, and it's with it being so rough, it's really, really good key. Unfortunately, it's really, really difficult to get the other stuff to stick onto. And as I say, when it was originally done, we absolutely loved it. Absolutely fantastic. The ceiling looked awesome, but unfortunately, plans change and ideas change, and after such a long time, we've actually gone off it. So we're going this way, which seems better, and hopefully we won't go off this. Ultimately, the ceiling will look like this, on the walls like this, and obviously the room there was struck out hang a light, but we're not putting lights up until we've painted, which will be a lime wash paint. And there you go.
Just a quick update on the aquarium. The cycling process appears to be going along nicely. The ammonia is now at 0, and nitrite is at 5 parts per million, nitrate is at 50 parts per million. The water has a slight green tinge to it, which will be addressed soon with a water change.
Thanks for watching Tales from the Caveside. Please like and subscribe, we'd really appreciate it.